The Closet Disco Queen podcast is the #1 ranked women in cannabis podcast by both FeedSpot and Million Podcasts 2025 and is produced by Humble Pond Productions, LLC.
Hi there. Join our casual conversations for curious, bewildered, and aspiring midlife cannabis queens. Welcome to the Closet Disco Queen podcast, featuring Queenie and TT. So kick off your platform shoes, sit back and get ready to laugh and learn all about adult use cannabis without having to ask a 22-year-old. Let's get rolling.
I love your haircut. It looks so good.
Oh my God. So yes, as you've observed, I did get my hairs cut this week. Literally, I got my hairs cut. I have been seeing the same stylist, Precision Master, since 2010.
Wow, it's a long time.
Right before Megan's wedding. Right before Megan's wedding. And if you recall, I went to her and I said I'd never met the woman before. I just said, my daughter's wedding is in 6 weeks. Do something, do whatever. I don't care. Whatever I have no idea. And, she came up with a little longer version than this. Well, not a little. It was, but she has literally been cutting the only person that has touched my head, other than shampoo it, has been Anne-Marie.
Yep.
For whatever many years this has been, 16. Okay. I used to drive to Glens Falls to see her.
I know. I remember that. Yeah.
Okay. Because her cuts were, I would be complimented literally weekly on my haircut. It was pretty freaky. So, I've been very pleased. I've followed her all, wherever she's gone.
You're very loyal. Very loyal.
Yes. So fast forward, I have an appointment because I go every 6 to 7 weeks. And I get a phone call from the salon. Anne-Marie's not going to be available. Oh, dear.
What will I do?
What will I do? Gregory is available. And I knew who Gregory was, the salon manager. I see him, attractive man, very quiet. And I didn't realize he was French. Not that it makes any, not a here or there.
Right.
So is that okay if Gregory cuts your hair? I thought, well, he is the salon manager, and I trust Anne-Marie, and she doesn't fuck around at all. She wouldn't put up with crap at all. She is a perfectionist. Okay. And it's her salon. Okay, so I thought, all right,
she wouldn't steer you wrong.
Yeah, she would not. So I walk in, and I sit down, and he goes, "It is nice to formally meet you."
Oh,
I said, hello.
So nice.
Because literally, I just
like you're the Queen of England.
I go in, I sit down, Anne-Marie. It's usually sometimes one of the attendants or her people that she's training may shampoo my hair, but it's usually just Anne-Marie and I. So it's like, it's just like
this strange man is touching my head.
So he started, and he's like, he's got his hands in my hair, and I'm thinking to myself, they've all been waiting. They've all wanted to get their hands on my head. I don't know why I had this feeling. I just did. But it's like they were
like he won the lottery.
Yeah, let's see. Let me get in here close and see what's going on. I'll show you what I can do, right? So
competition.
He brings me to the shampoo station. I'm talking royal treatment. It was wonderful. I was seated in a massage
like the massage
chair.
Ooh, yeah.
That was the roller on my back.
I love that.
Shampooed my hair twice. Oh, do you like a conditioner? Yes, please. Massage. Very nice. Very, very nice. No complaint. Okay, sit down. And this just cracked me up. Because he looks and he goes, oh, there's too much back here. Too much. Too heavy. It's too heavy. I'm thinking, he's been waiting. This has been he's like,
I'm going to create a masterpiece.
Okay, so this is, I don't know, maybe I was too high or something. I don't know, but this is the sense I'm getting, So he starts cutting my hairs, literally one at a time.
Well, he didn't want to make a mistake.
I'm not kidding. You think I'm laughing? You think I'm kidding? No. The teeniest little. You've seen those, like, I've seen behind the scenes type things where people are getting ready to go out for whatever, a star, and they're being, styled, and you've got, a stylist there with the scissors just going, like, this is exactly the level of precision that I experienced here. And he said, do you use product in your hair? I said, no.
I do nothing to my hair.
Do you blow dry? I said, yes, I do. I blow dry my hair, but that's it. I said, I have trouble with. I feel the need to explain. I can't. This is what I do.
Can't do mirrors.
I said, I have trouble with mirrors. As we've seen today, trouble with mirror images. They don't make sense. So after 45 minutes, now you saw what the length of my hair was last week.
Yeah.
It wasn't touching my collar.
No, it was not long.
No, but I must say, I have received multiple compliments in the 3 days since I've had my hair cut. My hair is all cut.
Your hairs look very nice.
My hairs are custom trimmed and meticulously
shaped.
Very happy. Yeah. I mean, it falls right into place, which is what it's supposed to do.
It's supposed to do that.
Anne Marie has trained so many people on short haircuts on me, because not a lot of women.
She uses you as the head.
I'm like a head, but she doesn't let me cut my hair. But she'll show them how to. I know how she cuts my hair. She partitions here. She pushes this on the crown, and and then you do this and you shape it to that, and she's very, very precise. And she's really, I've been like a dummy head for years, which I don't mind. But And it is, when you have a proper haircut, it should just fall into place. Right. So I believe that's why I was asked if I used product. Because there may have been another contour or something we may have incorporated to highlight that. And, I don't know if you can see he took this way up.
Yeah.
It was too heavy. Too
much.
And then the funniest
thing. I've had a hairdresser go, we're going to get rid of this. Just grab a handful of my hair.
Well, that's all fun. It's like with disdain. Did you go to a groomer last?
Who cut your hair?
Did you go to Petco or something? Really? But he was just lovely. I had a lovely chat. He and his wife and daughter had visited Quebec. And
They what?
He visited with his wife and daughter. They went to Quebec. And he was very disdainful. No, not Tibet, Quebec City.
Quebec, got it.
Canada, where the primary language is French. It's French throughout that province, if I understand correctly. And so, but he was, I'd say, a little disdainful about Quebecois, the way French is spoken.
Not the same French as the French?
It is.
Well, I think that the Spaniards say that too. The Spaniards say that about
what are you speaking?
All of South
It is
America.
not French.
Right.
So, yes. Very delightful.
Wow.
So, I would not hesitate. So then I'm getting ready to leave. He goes, you first time cheating on Anne Marie.
He got a little thrill out of it.
I said, yeah. Because when he first came over, I said, I was just sitting here thinking about the last time someone else cut my hair. It's been a long time. So he did. He got a little. He goes, that's extraordinary. Something like that. Like, very unusual. Yeah. So at the end, it's the first time you've been cheating on Anne Marie.
Yep.
I hardly call it cheating. I was invited into this threesome. Your sordid little game.
You're the booby prize.
I'm the pawn. Don't play with me. I'm not yours to play with. So I just thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I did get my hairs cut. Thanks for noticing. So like I said, very pleased. Would have no problem at all.
Recommending what's
Crown Salon in Saratoga Springs.
Okay, Crown Salon.
Yes, and she also has a Ruby Salon in Queensbury, right in the Queensbury Hotel.
Wow.
Which is lovely.
What a great idea.
Yeah, but the Queensbury Hotel, it's over 100 years old.
Wow.
which isn't saying a whole lot to you
It's
and
historic. It's
for
beautiful old
younger
hotel.
people. That's a lot. It's old.
Yeah.
So she's got a salon up there too.
Cool.
So and she's got a barber, a woman who's a master barber up there. So she does a lot of shaves and haircuts.
2 bits. Yeah.
2 bits. 2 bits.
She's been cutting my hair for nearly 20 years. She knows my cowlick, knows my crown, knows my irrational fears. But she's out today, and now I'm in this chair, and someone new is touching my hair with unfamiliar care. I'm cheating on my stylist, and the whole salon knows. They watched us together for 2 decades of blows. Now they've got me cornered, cape on, nowhere to run. He looked me in the eye and said, so, your first time with someone. He picked up the scissors like he'd been waiting for this day. Studied me a little too long in a predatory way. I don't color, don't process, I'm a wash and cut woman. But the way he sectioned that first part felt deeply, darkly human. What if he goes shorter? What if he goes wrong? What if he discovers what my stylist knew all along? That my left side grows faster and my part is a mind. And there's one weird patch in the back I pretend that I can't find. I'm cheating on my stylist and there's no going back. He's seen my raw hair wet, exposed, no product and no act. I walked in for a trim and left with someone else's touch. And the whole salon was watching like I just done way too much. I'll be back next month pretending none of this occurred. But she'll know, they'll know, 'cause salons don't keep a secret. Haven't you heard?
So Titi, what have you consumed today?
Today, I felt I needed a little lift, so I consumed some of my Floracal Farms live rosin gummies. They are a sativa.
Pink lemonade.
Yes, they're delicious. And I took half a gummy because they are 10 milligram gummies. So I just did a half today. I'm just going easy because I've had a cold and had other drugs in my system.
Low and slow.
I am.
As they say, correctamundo.
Yes, ma'am. Low and slow.
Low and slow. I continue to smoke whatever that was that I had 2 weeks ago. I don't have the container any longer, but it's a sativa. It's quite nice. Tree ground. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
No complaints here. That's what we're using.
Our Closet Disco Queen podcast deals with legal adult cannabis use and is intended for entertainment purposes only for those 21 and older.
I don't think I told it on the podcast. When my mom was in the hospital, when I
about the cookie?
She'd gotten there. No.
Oh,
that was
okay.
last week.
That's last
When
week,
she'd
right?
first gotten to the hospital, she got there before I did because I didn't have a vehicle. So I got dropped off. I went in. She'd already been examined. So I went right to the nurse's station and introduced myself. So the nurse had just graduated a year prior from Memorial, the last class, I believe she said, the last nursing school class for Memorial. So I was and she'd been a nurse for a year. So I was just, making small talk, and she was filling me in on what had happened so far with my mom. And I said, oh, wow, boy, this place has changed a lot since, my mom and I worked here, going on and on. I said, yeah, my mom's a graduate. She worked in the ER, the old ER, before this one, blah, 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 going on and on. And she said, well, how long ago did you work here? And I said, and then I stopped and I went, oh, I thought, oh my God. I said 50 years ago. And I just looked at her. I said, oh my God, I sound pathetic.
I'm so old.
I did. I said, oh my God, that sounds so pathetic. Yeah, 50 years ago. And then I just said, and then went in to see my mom again. 50 years ago.
It's so
is when
weird
we worked there.
when it slaps you in the face like that. It's like, whoa.
That was a slap. That was a big old bitch slap. Like, yo, bitch.
And I the same thing happened yesterday. I was taking some kind of survey, I don't know, The Guardian or something. And the final category, age category is plus 65. And I was like, I'm in the last
we're in the
category.
plus now. We're not even in a
65 plus,
category.
65 plus. No, we don't. There's, once you hit 65,
we're in a big, vague group.
The elderly.
The disposable. We'll just put that in parentheses. Wow.
Can you, yeah, that was kind of took me back a little. I was like, oh, there's nothing after it.
No redeeming qualities.
The last option. That's where we're in the last option.
Wow. The last bucket, if you will. Holy moly. That's half of the population of the world at this point, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
65 plus.
They got
not maybe the
to
world.
revise that.
Here.
Come on, researchers, give us a break.
I mean, really, let's get a little. I know. So it's weird. It's a weird time. It's a weird,
very strange.
It is every day.
I don't think of myself as an old person, even though everyone else does. They look at me and they look at my hair, short gray hair, and they think, there goes
we're in a category.
Yeah.
Right. And yes, you're absolutely correct. That's a good way of putting it. That's exactly how I feel.
And I think we become just kind of invisible to people. Just one big blur of gray.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we all look alike.
Yeah. They all look alike. Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct there. So,
what's the latest but us? TT, tell me the news. Where is it legal? No one knows. What's the latest but us? TT, tell me the news. Where is it legal? No one knows.
TT, do you have a story for us today?
I do, and it's good news from Wisconsin. Or
Good news from Wisconsin.
Potentially good news. Wisconsin Democrats have filed a bill to legalize adult use medical cannabis and at the same time regulate intoxicating hemp. You know, hemp products are sold in gas stations here and anybody can buy them, even though they say it's, whatever.
And in much of the country, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Right,
yeah,
that is unregulated. But the bill that was introduced here in Wisconsin would allow those 21 and older to possess up to 2.5 ounces of flower in public places or up to 2 pounds in their private residence, and up to 1 gram of THC in an infused product and 15 grams of cannabis concentrate and 12 mature plants per household. So they got really specific into what
this
what
is
you
for
could
medical
have.
use.
No, this is for recreational.
Oh dear!
Then-
in the whole state,
In the whole state. And
not
it
just
says
in
it would
Madison.
also, right, not just Madison. No, this is a state, the state legislature has put this out.
Wow! Now, didn't things just flip in your legislature?
Unfortunately, I wish they would. What happened was we got
Didn't your longtime
our Supreme Court justice who was running against a conservative one that Elon Musk poured millions into the
campaign
race. Yeah, into the campaign. She won. The Democrat one. Just because, that was a pleasant surprise. That was great.
Yeah.
Because,
but didn't your longtime the leader of the Republican Party or the head of the majority someone who's been long-term step down?
I don't know.
I
don't
thought I was
remember that.
reading something. Okay, well, I could edit this.
Well,
right out
it could
'cause it makes
be, but
absolutely no sense.
I probably should know that.
Well,
But it's been we have a Democratic governor and a Republican majority legislature, and so that makes it difficult for our governor to get things done. Just like when Obama was president, but he's not going to run again. He's not up for re-election. Who knows what we're going to get? You know, we had that moron Scott Walker for a while, and who knows? Because this is kind of a purple state.
Is he a state senator now? Is he one of your senators? Walker.
No.
Where do you go?
No. We've got that Ron Johnson is the one.
I know you've got Ron Johnson.
We have him, and we have Tammy Baldwin, who's
Tammy.
Yeah, I think she's
hamster.
the first openly gay woman. Yep, she's great.
Cool.
So anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, that is potentially good news for Wisco.
Yeah, and 67% of Wisconsin voters support adult use legalization. And that's from a Marquette College survey. Anyway, we can just hope.
That's great.
I know there's a lot more important stuff going on in the world. However, this is good news for those of us who...
Yes, some of these things are mere distractions, so we'll see. We will see. Well, that's great news.
If that IKEA shelf straight as the sky, rewired my router, don't ask me why, tracked down my ex's new alibi, ate 3 meals and learned to cry. Guess what? I could have done this if I could have done this if Stone. I thought I disowned. Fix the faucet, clean my phone. Gave deep advice in a perfect tone. Voted twice, no, just groaned still. I could have done this if stoned. It's the segment where your logic shines. Just sideways and a little off time. Could have done this if
So, Tiki, are you ready to play everybody's favorite game? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Was this person or group cannabis-related activity real? Or is it just caca with a K? Once again, I'm going to make note that Riverside does not recognize caca with a K, even though I say with a K never makes the change. So
the transcript will let the transcript reveal.
The transcript show.
The Sanskrit.
Okay, so that's a minor, who cares, right? I change it, no big deal. But I just wanted to make that noted. See, AI is only so good.
Exactly. It's not taken over yet.
Not yet. No, not
and as long as there's people like Queenie and Titi around.
That's right. We're still here outsmarting it. That's just
not
the way it goes. So, Titi.
Yes, ma'am.
If I recall, you split the diff last week.
I did.
Yet again. Fitty. That's 2 weeks in a row that you had some success and some
6-7.
Yeah, 6-7. 6-7.
Actually,
50. And I understand there's a new number combo, unless my grandchildren were just pulling my leg with, I don't know, they may have been, but I know. I'm told 41 is the new 6-7. So I don't know why 4-1.
Is it 4-1 or 41?
Because I do recall commenting, isn't that interesting? That's how old your mother's going to be. So, we'll see. And I'm 6'7". So, I don't know. It could be just...
Okay, you are putting some sort of cosmic
They could be
meaning
bullshitting me. Well, I think they could be bullshitting me is what I'm
the
thinking.
6-7. Well, you and Megan are
Watch
the chosen
this,
ones,
they say to
clearly.
each other. Watch this. Watch how easily she takes this.
I think you're right.
Yeah, she's a patsy. We know exactly what she'll glom right on to. Yeah. I don't doubt it for a moment. So, well, anyway,
Well,
we have two situations that will be presented to our TT. TT needs to determine, is it truly cannabis related or is it caca with a K? TT, are you ready?
I'm ready.
She just flashed the K sign, folks. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. See, I'm on it.
Yep.
Forget who you're talking
Connected.
to.
Brains are connected.
That's right. Right. One mighty brain. Here we go. Japan Today reported that a 4-person team of YouTubers in Osaka attempted to monetize viral videos of cannabis street sellers getting busted. The video team arranged to meet dealers on a street corner, tipped off the Osaka police, then filmed the dealers getting busted. This apparently struck the video producers as a hilarious prank. Did this or did this not happen?
That sounds so mean. And I think it's very possible.
Well, the
because of
human
that.
species,
We are
there's
horrible.
I know, no accounting for taste, I suppose.
Yeah, well,
You could go that route.
did it really happen?
Did it really happen in
So they
such
would
an orderly
call
society?
and plan to meet the sellers. And
To
then they called the
videotape
police
it.
and said, hey, we're going to...
Yep, and then they bust them. Bust them,
That's
baby.
awful. That is horrible.
That's
Although
evil.
I'm sure there are many people who would say, well, you shouldn't be selling drugs out on the street. You got what you deserved. I know there's that faction of folks out there. I
Well,
think it
certainly.
happened.
But do they exist in Japan?
Well, I think so. I think this is kind of I think it's universal. I think
A universal trade?
Yeah.
Screw other people?
Yes, I do.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And some people, it's extraordinarily strong. And in some, it's just like, tripped, ha-ha, Yeah.
Well, you got to admit, though, sometimes when someone trips, it
it's
is pretty funny.
That's what I'm saying. But that's our level of meanness, is that.
That's the level.
And then there's,
we won't
and
below
then there's,
that. Extreme,
right.
like purposeful.
Exactly.
I get you. Like instead of just spontaneously laughing because someone tripped, tripping the person to see them trip would not be good.
Right. Exactly.
So we're kind of talking about that level of nastiness.
Right. I mean, we all have a little of it in us, don't you think?
Teeny bit. Teeny bit. If we
And
had
some
to
of
be
us have
honest.
a lot. They would just have to step on everyone to get whatever we want, whenever we want
Wonder who
it.
that.
I don't know. Who could that be?
Do we know people like that or a person like
Just a
that?
few.
No.
Just a few.
But did this happen in Japan?
Yes,
the land
it
of the
did.
rising sun.
I believe it's true.
TT believes that yes, indeed,
Because
this
of
happened in
universal
Osaka, Japan.
nastiness.
Because of universal nastiness. It knows no borders,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
It's got no nationality.
no nationality assigned to it whatsoever. It's one of those human things that,
Yep.
well, TT, wow, you really did give this not a whole lot of thought. Really. But that's okay. That's okay because you're correct.
Yay!
This did indeed happen. The cops
I mean, I'm
eventually
not
got
glad it happened.
Yeah. The cops eventually got wise to this scheme and arrested the asshole YouTubers.
It says that in the report.
Yeah. Yep. So, see? Vanquished. So there was
Vanquished.
justice delivered in that instance. See? The bad people got their just desserts. See?
Justice
Number
desserts.
2. Justice desserts, right? Yes, correct. Number 2. A man claimed that more than a kilogram of cannabis was meant for a batch of homemade soup.
Kilogram?
A kilogram when he was
Okay.
caught by the police. He was making soup. This was in Ireland, by the way, if that makes a
Ireland.
difference. Yes.
Well, in Ireland.
In Ireland.
A kilo? Why would you
A kilo. More
You
than a
wouldn't put
kilo.
a kilo of anything into a soup.
More than a kilo.
Okay. I'm going to say that's caca. That's
It was
a lot.
about $31,000 worth of weed.
That's a lot of herb.
Herb. Little more than herb
That's
de
a lot.
Provence.
It's that's a lot. I mean, if you said I'm making soup, for the next 50 years, maybe, but, I'm making soup for 5,000 people. I don't know. I think it's
Okay.
caca.
So two
TTs.
TT
Yes, ma'am.
thinks that did not happen. That is caca. Correctamundo? Is that your
Correct.
assessment?
That is my assessment.
That is her assessment. So, well, you have continued your streak of splitting the difference because this indeed did happen. Yes.
My goodness.
An Irish resident is
Was he
definitely
high?
the soup after claiming that $31,000 worth of weed he had in his vehicle was merely meant as an ingredient for the soup he planned to make. In fact, after being caught with the substantial stash, he initially claimed that weed wasn't really weed at all. He said the paste-like substance found inside a couple of cereal boxes was a completely different material than cannabis. The explanation failed to convince the police, who had stopped the man and grew suspicious when they noticed a marijuana smell emanating from his car. So there you go.
Well, marijuana smell is
very distinctive.
In some places, but in some places it's no longer a valid reason to stop and search a car.
See, now that's not why they stopped him.
That's true.
This was after the fact finding. So I don't know why they stopped him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did not read or delve that deeply into it. I'm sorry. This was in good old Ireland.
Good old Ireland.
Ireland. I
guess if he was high, I could see how you might, if like in a panic, say something that's stupid. Like,
it's for my soup. Okay, whatever. Wink, wink.
I guess if you're
I said, not like a herb de Provence or a little.
It sounds like. Did he also have
bouquet or
cereal
sachet
boxes? Did it say cereal boxes?
Yeah, they found it sounds like he had some hash or something in some cereal boxes. So, yeah, like tomato paste, sometimes you just need to go just a little bit or a lot. So, well, let me know when he's going to open his soup kitchen. We'll be there. So, all righty, TT.
Some of his cereal.
Another 50-50 for you.
50-50. That's good.
50-50.
Right in the middle of the road.
Mid-road. Very good. Congrats. I thought I had a birch.
We've got a list and it's getting long, petty to profound, what feels so wrong. Sticky notes and middle-aged sass. If it don't serve us, it can kiss our ass. Fuck it, fix it, or forget it. We're seasoned queens, don't regret it. If it drains our soul or wastes our wit, we file it under, oh hell no, skip it. From bad bras to toxic friends, we draw the line and tie the ends each week. A gripe or hill to die on with Queenie and TT. The bucket list lives on.
So, TT, are you ready to add to the bucket list this week?
Yes, ma'am. Let's do it.
Well, this is a group offering, and it's recent, like within the last 18 hours. So it's hot off the presses. So last night, I was able to go see a Motown show at the Troy Music Hall. Very nice venue.
It's a beautiful place.
Very cute place with Diane and Kathleen. But prior to that, we had a little dinner and chat. We had an opportunity to have chat at Brown's Brewing Company. Lovely, lovely dining experience. So we had an opportunity to chit chat. So we were just talking about the Troy Music Hall, how beautiful it was, the acoustics, la-di-da. Commented about the egg because that was just refurbished, a multi-million-dollar refurbishment. Last month it reopened, and Kathleen just happened to remark that she had been there since the refurbishment because she went to see Rock Voices. So I said, oh my gosh, really? You went to that concert? I went to the Rock Voices concert in Saratoga. So I was telling her how I knew couple people who were singing in the choirs and blah, blah, blah. We went on and on, back and forth. So, and Diane had not heard of Rock Voices, so we were filling her in on the details. And I said, you realize that it's not an audition. There are no auditions. Anybody can go to sing. And Diane said, oh my God, I love to sing. Could you just see me up there? I said, well, why not? Why don't we? You know, we love music. Why don't we? It doesn't matter if we can sing or not. And so I think the three of us are saying, fuck it. So what? We can't sing. I think we're going to go sing.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. I know singing is one of the best things you can do for your soul. I really think. And I think there are health benefits as well.
Yes, so I think this is something that we will be exploring.
I am so proud of you.
Well, yes. And so we attended this Motown show. Diana, Kathleen had her knee replaced, so she was moving around a lot because she was a little uncomfortable, had to keep shifting around. And thank God there was room for her to do that. So it was Diane and I next to one another. It wasn't sold out, but it was a pretty packed crowd. You know, the songs were all songs we grew up with from Motown. Of course. The two of us singing at the top of our lungs. It was just so much fun. Really, it was hysterical. And I'm just sitting there laughing like, yeah, let it go, baby. I mean, it was fun. So we might just do that. We sang The Sound of Music in 5th grade because we sang the prelude that you rarely know. You hear the deep in the voices that urge me to stay. But I watch and I wait
and I stop and I listen
for one more thing, for one more little thing that the hills might say.
Right.
You never hear that though.
You know, I think
Maybe
they must have put that in all the elementary schools because it's the same thing for us. And I had part that I had was the soprano, where it would go. You had to do the. Oh, yes.
See,
they all had the same book, I guess.
Apparently, yes, the same. See, and that's how Rock Voices operates too. Every Rock Voices group does the same song, so you can go from one group to the other and show up at a concert and sing with them.
I didn't know it was a national thing. Is it national?
It's primarily, yes,
local.
Well, it is, but it's primarily in the Northeast. However, I think there might be a group starting in Chicago. I'm not sure, but little groups
so
like
fun.
sprout off. Yeah, so you can travel.
That would be so much fun. Do it.
So people who practice and sing in Albany typically help out in Saratoga and vice versa. I mean, it was sold out at the Egg. That show was sold out.
That's amazing. That's great.
So, we'll see.
So much fun. Yeah, do it.
Why
Do it.
not?
You will have to report back to us.
Certainly. And you've all heard my singing on this podcast, so there's much to wait for. It's well worth the wait for sure.
That's right.
Yeah. So, Tiki, you got anything exciting going on this week?
Yes, my two sisters are coming on Tuesday. Sisters
That's
on Tuesday.
Mundo.
With 2 dogs. So, yeah.
Total of 3. How much fun is that going to be? That'll be a blast.
Pandemonium. It'll be so much fun. So I have a few things to do to get ready for them to be here, but other than that, I can't
Where's the honey going?
To see them. I know, right? Well, my sister's husband is going overseas somewhere. I forget where he's going, but for work. And so I said to Honey, maybe you should go and stay with the dog or with the cats at his house.
There you go.
And Honey was like, no, I wouldn't miss this for the world. So he loves us.
Well,
we'll see after the first 15 minutes.
Well, I'm sure everything's going to be hunky-dory and lots of fun.
Be so much fun.
Be a good time. A good time was had by all.
Exactly.
So don't ever end your review of something with that sign, that line. Well, let's say goodbye, TT, so we can stop this recording. We can continue to talk. So, TT, have a wonderful week with your sissies.
Thank you, Queenie.
And perhaps we might be joined by one or both next week when we record.
Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be great. Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
all right. Well, you have a lovely time. And
Thanks.
we'll talk to everybody next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us at the Closet Disco Queen podcast. Grab a brownie or doobie, pass us to your friends, and be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. And be sure to leave us a 5-star review as it helps others find us. Peace out.
I can't carry a tune in a bucket with a lid. Can't hit a note with a baseball bat. Lord knows I've tried, I did. I'm tone deaf in both ears. I'm flat as a pancake, hun. The shower asked me to stop, and the shower's got no one. But let me in the chorus, let me in the chorus. I've got spirit, I've got volume, I've got audacity galore. Sure, my voice could curdle milk and peel the paint right off your wall. But I signed up, I showed up, now you're stuck with me and all. I couldn't find a pitch if it was taped to my forehead. Couldn't find the key if it was hanging from my neck. My range is half a note, and even that one's questionable. Every dog within a mile starts howling something terrible. But let me in the chorus, let me in the chorus. I've got spirit, I've got volume, I've got audacity galore. Sure, my voice could curdle milk and peel the paint right off your wall. But I signed up, I showed up, now you're stuck with me and all. I sound like a rusty gate that's arguing with a cat. Like a garbage disposal, eating something, wearing a hat. The birds stop singing when I start. The frogs refuse to croak. The choir director crossed herself and muttered, "This is no joke." Even auto-tune threw up its hands and quit. My voice cracked glass and not the fancy Memorex spit. I sing sharp when it's flat, I sing flat when it's sharp. I sound like someone strangling a harp. They said blend in, I tried, I stood out like a crime. They said just mouth the words, but my mouth can't even mime. The altos filed a grievance, the sopranos wrote a letter. The tunnel started drinking and the basses knew no better. My voice could strip wallpaper, frighten livestock, curdle cheese. I've been compared to brakes that need replacing, if you please. A wounded moose in maiden season has more musicality. A smoke detector going off has more tonality. But let me in the chorus, let me in the chorus. I can't find a note, a pitch, a key, a chord, a clef. I'm ethnically confused and amartically bereft. My voice is a war crime wrapped in enthusiasm. But I showed up every Tuesday, so just let me sing, goddamn. I'll stand in the back row, mouth it if I must. But you will pry this chorus folder from my cold tone deaf dust.
The Closet Disco Queen podcast is the #1 ranked women in cannabis podcast by both FeedSpot and Million Podcasts 2025 and is produced by Humble Pond Productions, LLC. If you are interested in being a guest, email us at info@humblepond.com or reach out on Facebook. Visit Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen and leave us your 5-star review and comments. Thanks.